My point is that a lot of people look at how much money we've spent on this conflict, and they're asking themselves, my roads are crumbling, my schools suck, we just had major disasters across the country, FEMA doesn't have enough money allocated.
By the way, I don't live in that country.
For a lot of
I don't
people.
live in that country, by the way. America's not that horrible.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Alex Jones's favorite person in the whole wide world, CNN journalist Brian Stelter.
I see you, enemy! Enemy!
And we got to talk about how Brian Stelter got stomped into wine by not one, but two different people on the same day on his own home turf, CNN. Now, the first is who we saw earlier, Michael Singleton, our good conservative brother, destroy Alex Jones and expose just how out of touch he is. Now, the second is a guy by the name of Ryan Gerdesky. He exposed just how blatantly, obviously, comically biased this man is. And we're going to get to all the clips. Everything will be in the box. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio. Go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Doing journalism that he does not like.
But we look at it and
But didn't Obama spy on a journalist?
But Ryan, it's in Ryan, it's in all caps and
Didn't
it seems
Obama spy
funny,
on a
it seems
journalist?
wild, so people sometimes dismiss it, even though it's very serious.
But Brian, didn't Obama spy
no
on a
administration is perfect. But
What?
Now, there's so much there. Okay, first, this is crazy. Brian Stelter, you are completely, obviously, ridiculously, comically biased. The context here is that they're talking about Trump retaliating against journalists he doesn't like. If they do news wrong, whatever it is, he's going to punish them in some kind of way. Maybe a criminal thing. I don't know. They're fear-mongering about that. That kind of thing has not happened at all. They fear that it may. Now, under Obama, he did spy on a journalist. And what is the response from Stelter? Oh, ain't nobody perfect, really? So it's not really a problem when Barack Obama actually does what you fear Trump may do. Got it. Okay. Again, that's called bias. So that's exposed. Now, let's get to my main man, Michael, really exposing just how out of touch he is. And after this, I have a clip of Kamala kind of doing some of the same thing. It'll make all the sense in the world when I play her clip from a few years ago. Let's go ahead and check it out.
My point is that a lot of people look at how much money we've spent on this conflict, and they're asking themselves, my roads are crumbling, my schools suck, we just had major disasters across the country, FEMA doesn't have enough money allocated.
By the way, I don't live in that country.
For a lot of
I
people.
don't live in that country, by the way. America's not that horrible.
Brian, if you
very
get out of
privileged,
New York
Brian.
and
Yeah.
talk to
You're
regular
I don't
people.
live in New York.
No,
I live in a
Brian,
normal city, in a
Brian,
normal
Brian,
town.
with all due-
My roads are not, I love New
Brian,
York, but
with
my
all-
roads are not
Brian,
crumbling.
Brian.
Brian, okay, I got to stop here because CNN loves to do 30-second or more copyrights. But look, just because where you live is nice does not mean that's the same experience for all Americans. And it's not even about being anti-American. He wants to try to do that and gaslight you. Oh, you're being anti-American. It's not about that. It's about criticizing the current administration, the people in charge. I'm criticizing Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Alejandro Mayor. I'm criticizing them. I'm not criticizing the Stars and Stripes.
Schools don't suck. I just get
Well,
tired of
maybe you're
the
fortunate.
anti-America
Maybe you're
rhetoric.
fortunate enough to put your kids in darn good schools, but there are a lot. No, let me finish
public
here.
schools
There
in
are
a
a lot
normal
of people
town.
in this country
I just think all
who
the
aren't wealthy,
anti-America
who
stuff
don't
is
live
so
in great cities,
tiring.
who do have to send their kids to terrible schools.
I mean, this is a real thing. This is a real thing that's going on. And this is more of the ignoring Americans, acting like our voice doesn't matter. This is what that is. And then when we say, hey, Springfield, Ohio, there's a problem. Aurora, Colorado, there's a problem. Chicago, there's a problem. New York, there's a problem. They want to say, oh, this is just Trump talking and it's the MAGAs. No, these are real people. Politics, these are real people who are not really interested in all this political wordsmith games you're playing. All they want is a problem solved. And all you're doing is just saying that the problem doesn't exist.
That is a fact because of their zip codes.
True,
and to sit
the
here
Obama
arrogantly
years,
and say,
true,
well,
the
my
Trump
kids
years,
go to
true, the
great
Biden
schools.
years.
I live in a great neighborhood. That's your experience.
The
not
roads
the
are
experience of
crumbling.
most people in this country.
I mean,
come on, bro.
So I guess he's saying that, hey, there's nowhere in the USA, there's no problems with roads. And it's weird. Hold on. Can we just go back? I want to make one point. He's talking about, oh, the roads aren't crumbling. Everything's fine. But then they say, We need infrastructure. We need roads and bridges and roads and bridges. And then when we say, hey, man, taxation and stuff, they say, well, my roads. Who's paying for the roads? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Now, this is a clip that's been floating around. To be totally 100% transparent, this is an old clip. This is dated July 10th, 2021. Okay, I'm not really sure what she was doing here, but it was something for BET. One of the things I had her do, right? Go talk to the black folks. That's your job as vice president. Okay, wear your little pantsuit and your pearls and go talk to them. That's your job. Now, listen to what she says here. She kind of echoes Stelter's sentiments. Check it out.
Is agreeing to voter ID one of those compromises that you'd support?
I don't think that we should underestimate what that could mean.
Okay, Kamala, what could it mean? Please enlighten me.
Because in some people's mind, that means, well, you're going to have to Xerox or photocopy your ID to send it in to prove you are who you are. Well, there are a whole lot of people, especially people who live in rural communities, who don't, there's no Kinko's, there's no Office Max near them.
Let's pause. Let's pause. Now, is it just me, or is this the same as these black folks? They don't know how to use the internet. They don't know how to use the computers. Isn't that the same kind of thing? And it's wrong because, first of all, there are no more Kinko's. They have been gone for a long time. They got bought by FedEx in 2004, 20 years ago. And I think 2008, they officially changed all the names from, it was FedEx Kinko's to FedEx Office. There are no more Kinko's. Okay. So the moral of the story so far is that you're uninformed. You're out of touch. You're talking about these 20-year-old terms that don't get used anymore. Places people don't go anymore. It's also like when Joe Biden said that you play the phonograph before you go to bed. A phonograph, who is going to the store and buying a phonograph in 2024? What is that even really? A record player? The name is old. Everything is old. Same thing with her. The excuse for Joe is that he's 1,000,000 years old. What's the excuse for her?
People have to understand that when we're talking about voter ID laws, be clear about who you have in mind and what would be required of them to prove who they are. Of course, people have to prove who they are, but not in a way that makes it almost impossible for them to prove who they are.
So I don't understand. Like, black folks, you don't have IDs. You can't get to a computer. You don't know how to use it. If you are in rural America, you don't know how to get your ID to where it needs to go. You don't have ID. It's just difficult things. You got to be a rich white person in Manhattan, New York City to do anything in this country. And if you're not that, then you're just a poor, sad excuse, and you need daddy government to come help you. I know that's not what she said, but that's what I heard. Now, as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to these out of touch people. Listen, no one has to be perfect, as Brian Stelter so eloquently put it. I agree to a certain extent. Ain't nobody perfect, but at the same time, if you want to be the president, there's a high bar, in my opinion. You shouldn't be so out of touch. You shouldn't be so bad of a speaker. You shouldn't be so ignorant to the goings on in this world, to basic terms. What was that? What is that? Price gauging? She didn't even know what the phrase price gouging meant. This is her first time at 60 years old ever seeing it. This person is not fit to be dog catcher, let alone president of the USA. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on the CNN stomping into wine of Brian Stelter? From Shamichael, from Ryan, whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. How about Kamala in that older clip from when she's just doing her role as vice president, going to parties and whatnot? Kinko's, rural Americans can't get the ID from point A to point B. I mean, come on, man. Look, y'all know about me. I'm born in West Virginia, small town, 1,000 people. They got internet out there. They got internet. They got technology. They got all kind of stuff out there. The same things you have in Wally World. We got a Wally World too. Right up in the holler, right? It's right there. You can go there and buy whatever you want. It's like magic, right? These people are so ignorant, it's dangerous if they get into power. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.